Have you ever woken up and realized you were living someone else's script? I am talking about that heavy feeling where you are just going through the motions, checking off boxes that someone else drew for you, and wondering when your real life is actually going to start. For the longest time, I thought the future was this mysterious, far-off destination that I would eventually arrive at if I just worked hard enough and stayed patient. But I have learned that the future is not a destination at all. It is a series of decisions made right here in the present. I want to share with you how I started consciously writing my own future every single day, and how you can take back the pen to start designing a life that truly feels like yours. It all begins with the realization that most of us are living on autopilot. We react to our emails, we react to the news, and we react to the demands of everyone around us. In essence, we are letting the world write our story for us. To take that control back, you have to move from a state of reaction to a state of intention. I call this conscious creation. It is the fundamental idea that every single thought you have and every small action you take is a sentence in the book of your life. If you do not like the chapter you are currently in, you have the absolute power to turn the page and start a fresh one. But to do that effectively, you have to know exactly what you want that new page to look like. The first thing I do every morning is set my vision. Now, I do not just mean making a standard to-do list of errands. I mean looking at the big picture of who I want to become. I sit down and ask myself a very specific question. Thea, if I were already the person I dream of being 5 years from now, how would they handle this morning? How would they treat the people they meet? What kind of energy would they bring to their work? By asking these questions, I am not just waiting for the future to arrive. I am pulling that future version of myself into the present moment. I literally write these things down in a journal. There is something incredibly powerful about the physical act of writing. It takes a vague, floating thought and turns it into a concrete commitment. When you write your goals in the present tense, you are telling your brain that this is your current reality, not just a distant wish that might happen someday. But writing it down is only the beginning. The real magic happens in the daily habits. You cannot write a masterpiece by only looking at the front cover. You have to write the words one by one, day by day. Every small choice you make is a building block for your future self. If I want to be a healthy, energetic person in the future, I have to choose the nourishing meal today. If I want to be a successful creator, I have to sit down and do the deep work now, even when I do not feel particularly inspired. These are not just chores or obligations. They are conscious acts of creation. Every time you follow through on a promise you made to yourself, you are casting a vote for the person you are becoming. Over time, those individual votes add up to a total transformation. Of course, there are days when the pen slips and the ink spills. There are moments when life throws a plot twist you never saw coming. Maybe it is a failure, a sudden rejection, or just one of those bad days where nothing seems to go right. In the past, I would have let these setbacks derail me for weeks, feeling like a victim of circumstance. But now, I see them as essential parts of the narrative arc. Every great story needs conflict to be meaningful. When things get tough, I remind myself that I am still the author of the story. I get to choose how my character responds to this specific challenge. Will I let this be the end of the story? Or is this just the setup for an incredible comeback chapter? By changing the way I narrate my struggles, I fundamentally change the outcome of my future. This process is not about reaching perfection. It is about maintaining awareness. It is about waking up and deciding that you are going to be the chief architect of your own joy. It takes a lot of courage to step out of the roles other people have written for you and start writing your own path. It takes discipline to keep showing up when the pages feel blank or the progress feels slow. But the reward is a life that actually belongs to you. You start to see opportunities where you used to see obstacles. You start to attract the right people and the right circumstances because you are finally vibrating at the frequency of your own dreams. Ty, I want you to take a second today and think about the next chapter of your life. If you could write absolutely anything without the fear of judgment or the weight of past failures, what would it be? Start writing that story today through your actions and your mindset. Do not wait for permission from anyone else. Do not wait for the perfect timing, because the timing will never be perfect. The pen is in your hand right now, and the page is waiting. Thank you so much for watching and for being a part of this journey with me. If this resonated with you, please consider subscribing and joining our community of conscious creators. Let us keep writing these amazing stories together. I will see you in the next one.